Caralho, mano. Mas acho que vai dar ruim, acho que eu caio aí em algum momento. Porra. Ó, tá transmitindo de novo essa porra, caralho. Porra. Dois minutos. E eu lembro que ele, quando a gente tava tentando matar ele ali, ficando lá no fundo, tava dando um trabalho do caralho, velho. Pode crer, assim que ele nasceu, ele já tomava metade da vida, né? É. Quero ver o Nairinho fazendo isso, caralho. O Nairinho tá fazendo esquenta pro Remnant 2, velho. O Nairinho que vai levar nós, tenho certeza. Squad de 3, hein?
Oh. Hands where I can see them, all of you. He killed them. No talking. I said, hands where I can see them.
Thank God you're here. You have to help us.
Until I know
É,
what's
mano, a
happening
gente
here,
tava. Nessa época do Remnant, a gente tava muito afiado, velho. Tava muito afiado.
Sir, behind you. The boat.
Seriously, lady?
Caralho.
Christ! There! Let's go!
Get his gun!
Come on. This way.
Aí tava muito afiado, velho. Era 12 horas de jogatina por dia dessa porra aí, mano.
Oh, it's not working. Starter cord. There. Work, damn it.
Tivesse alguém aí nessa época que tivesse visto essa porra e tivesse curtido algum youtuberzinho Zé Ruela e divulgasse esses vídeos nossos aí, caralho, mano. A gente tava ganhando dinheiro com essa porra, cara.
Just work. Go!
Nossa, esse daí é um problema. Esse foi um problema. Nossa, esse foi um problema, velho. Nossa, pai dos totem, mano. Você é louco. Tem, porra, porra.
did it.
Barely. I'll take it.
We have to call the police.
Aim for the lights. You know, I've just had a great idea for series 2.
All that's missing is a big final twist. Good luck finding a host for that bullshit. I'm out.
I'm just glad I'm in one piece.
Hang on!
É, tô falando, o maluco é o Terminator, caralho. Vai fechar o quê?
If that song doesn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. We have a non-stop block of your favorite classic rock after this break.
No damn commercials. Oh. Oh, shoot. Shit!
Caralho.
And I looked up, and there they were just in the middle of the flipping road, waving their hands and arms like a bunch of crazies.
Where you coming in from?
Fort Wayne. Been driving since 3 a.m.
Early start.
Well, I was trying to get into the port by 8. Probably not gonna make that now, am I?
I'd say likely not.
You know what? I think I'm gonna see about that studio in Brooklyn. See if I can make it work. After this, starting over feels like a good idea.
Yeah. Just Promise me you'll tell me how it goes.
Only if you promise to keep giving me unsolicited advice.
Count on it.
So, probably not the right time to ask this, but
Oh God, what?
are we are we a thing?
Dude, trauma bonding is legit hot. Fuck yes, we're a thing. Hey, I think you dropped this when you were running for your life back there.
Porra.
Need a smoke, buddy?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to quit.
Ah, mano.
Oh, you're here. All good things must come to an end, but how good was the end for our crew? Hats off for keeping all of them alive. That's so rewarding for you. Has the experience changed them? Kate had a secret. She was traumatized by something that happened a long time ago. But she faced the thing she was most afraid of in the whole world and survived. Jamie learned that she had to trust other people and work with them. And to care for them. Mark had to stop waiting for people to tell him what to do. He had to make his own way in the world. Erin showed everyone that though she might be easily spooked, she found immense courage when she needed it the most. And it took courage to act on the feelings she had for Jamie. And Charlie finally understood that leadership is more than ordering the team around. He had to treat them as equals and let them take the lead when the time was right. I'll tackle the paperwork in the morning. Can you find your own way out? It was, as always, enlightening. I have no doubt we'll meet again in the future. Farewell.
Caralho. Falando que a porra do maluco é o Terminator, caralho.
What we can confirm is that a little after 7:30, a truck driver was flagged down to render aid. The police were called and quickly arrived on scene. The injured are part of a film crew, Lonnet Entertainment, the team behind the Architects of Murder docuseries.
Man,
It seems
I
as
like
though
that show.
they got a little too close to their subject material. Thankfully for them, the nightmare is finally over.
Holy shit. Remember how my video went viral?
How could we forget? You bring it up every chance you get.
Just listen to this. I got enough views to win a competition.
What did you win?
An all-expense paid trip to an island resort for 5.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah, Mr. Dumet says they're gonna send a limo and everything. This is gonna be so much fun.
Caralho, que final bosta, mano. Sério mesmo? Não, salvei todo mundo. Mas as músicas, uma coisa tem que falar, cara. Todas as músicas de todos os jogos da Dark Pictures é foda, mano. Nossa, da hora.
What is this I cannot see with icy hands taking hold of me? Oh, death and death, none can excel. I open the doors to heaven.
Caralho, da hora a música, mano.
Yes, I have come to get your soul and leave your body and leave it cold. To drop the flesh from on your frame, the earth and worm both have their claim. I said, oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another eve? I said, oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another eve? Now death, if this is true, please give me time to reason with you. From time to time you heard and saw, so I'll close your eyes and I'll lock your jaw. I'll lock your jaw so you can't talk. I'll fix your feet so you can't walk. And I'll dim your eyes so you can see this very hour. Now come with me. I said, oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another eve? I said, oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another eve? Now death, please give me time to fix my heart and change my mind. Your heart is fixed, your mind is brought. I'll have your shackles to drag you down. Too late to all farewell. My dawn is fixed, I'm summoned to hell. As long as God in heaven shall dwell, my poor soul shall burn in hell. I said, oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another eve? I said, oh, death, oh, death, won't you spare me over to another?
E zerado. Caralho, essa empresa existe desde 1997, mano. Vamos chão, hein, mano. Fiquei curioso com o próximo jogo, cara. A premonição que eu achei ali do jogo se passando no futuro, no espaço, foi da hora, velho. Porra. Vamos ver.
This is Commander Stafford. The forward reconnaissance vessel Cassiopeia.
Da hora, o trailer do próximo jogo, mano. Porra, depois dos créditos.
We have detached the booster ring and spirits are high as we make our final approach to Tau Ceti F. The ship has suffered a hull impact, but damage is minimal, and our technicians are restoring full functionality. This is Thomas Carter. Something's wrong.
Caralho, mano, é meio que Alien, tá ligado? Porra!
Our next transmission will be broadcast from orbit around humanity's future home. Stafford out.
Caralho, o próximo jogo vai se chamar Diretiva 8020. Ah, da hora. Esse último jogo foi o último jogo da primeira temporada. É. Pô, parece que sim, porque apareceu aqui o trailer, aí apareceu o nome do jogo, The Dark Pictures Anthology Diretiva 8020. Temporada 2. Em breve. Agora, vamos ver os troféus que ficou faltando desse lindão. X. Caralho, mano. 13 de 81, tá de sacanagem. Vamos ver os troféus. Vamos ver. Caralho, 13 troféus de 81, mano. Tá de sacanagem. Ficou faltando final infeliz. Ninguém sobreviveu. A equipe não confiou em Charlie, ele pagou o preço. Kate caiu na imitação de Dumet. Mark concordou com a proposta de Dumet. A mão de Charlie foi esmagada. Sim, você pode fazer carinho no cachorro. A chama de amor entre Kate e Mark foi acendida. É. Caralho. Falta troféu pra caralho, mano. Porra, peguei 13, velho. 13 de 31.
What's up, my people? It's Joe Morello here with another podcast talking about the beautiful thing that we like to call murder. As ever, I'm joined on the show by my wife. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Joe. Hello, listeners. What wicked delights do you have waiting for us on the coroner's slab today, Joe?
I'm glad you asked that, Michelle, because we're going to go deep with this one as we talk about the
Entrevista com Jesse Bunkley.
My name is Kate Wilder. I've got a master's in criminal psychology. I'm an investigative journalist and hope to make a difference.
Hey, we're here with Jesse Buckley to talk about Supermassive's brand new game in the Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us a bit about the character that you play.
I play a character called Kate Wilder, who is a presenter who's part of this documentary team who are doing a show about the serial killer H.H. Holmes.
America's first serial killer confessed to 27 murders. The number grew significantly. Nearly 200 lives.
I'm a serial killer documentary watcher. Is that your jam too?
Yeah, I'll watch a serial killer documentary.
Right? It's really relaxing. Like, okay, cool,
yeah,
I can
it's
chill
kind
out.
of fascinating why we're all addicted to kind of those stories.
We need a plan. Forget his games, traps, all that bullshit. Think about the killers we've covered. There's always a weakness.
I'm not playing detective. I just want to survive.
Playing detective is how we survive.
So what interested you in the role of Kate?
Well, to be honest, I've never played a video game in my life, and I had no idea what the hell the world was.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that was firstly why I kind of was like, oh yeah, that sounds new and fun. And yeah, and then I read the script and talked to Alita, who's our director, and it seemed like a really lovely thing to be part of and something new and fun. And I can't believe how they create this world. You know, usually I just get a script and it's like 70 to 100 pages long, but there's like 300 pages in one script. It's unbelievable.
So as you kind of mentioned, the game has multiple branching paths, so your character could end up in any number of situations. What's it like to film a scene, you know, multiple times with different endings?
What I've found is like you can only be in whatever strand you're in at that time and figure out the emotion of it at that moment, because then you can offer up something completely different when you go into a different strand. And it's a very like immediate experience, which I guess is also what a player will feel when they're doing it as well. So I just kind of try and keep my head in where we are right there at that moment. And if I was trying to think of what was happening in the other strand, it would be a disaster.
It must be really hard, yeah, because you kind of have this mapping, I suppose, in your brain of what, you know, what the outcomes could be, and then just trying to stay in that moment. It's very interesting stuff. So many things can happen to characters in the Dark Pictures anthologies. How do you make sure that Kate is always Kate, no matter what she's kind of faced with?
Well, I guess before we started, we did a big read-through with everybody, so it was good to kind of get a handle on who she is in the context of the environment she's in, but also the relationships that are in the world as well. It just kind of reveals itself from the script, and I just kind of let her run free and see what
That's so cool,
happens
though.
to her. Yeah, I don't think anybody has continuity in themselves. I don't anyway.
It must be very difficult. Yeah, really difficult. And that's it. I guess it's quite good fun to then go, okay, let's go with this and see where we end up.
Well, I think also Kate lives on the knife edge of she has a genuine obsession and curiosity about serial killers. So there's part of her that's kind of running towards it and part of her that's running away from it, you know, and all of them have come to be curious about H.H. Holmes, but also with that, you're kind of living a real life horror as you're going into this world.
So, come on, Charlie. What do we know about this guy?
And everybody's fantastic, like, and they're all such distinctive people, you know, and they all somehow genuinely feel like a crew, you know, like,
yeah.
you're going to have the kind of riffs.
Charlie is thinking. She looks a lot like a temper tantrum.
And the new fledgling loves, and then the kind of creeping horror of your life. What are you doing with your life?
Sounds
you
very
know.
familiar. Yeah, I think I've been there at 3 a.m. Yeah.
What is all of this?
Okay, so let's talk about the setting that Kate finds herself in. I've heard something about murder castles. I'd like to know more.
So the production company that Kate works for, Lonnet Entertainment, they get a mysterious call from a stranger who says that he's basically made a replica of H.H. Holmes' murder castle.
Wicked.
And invites them to come and document it because he knows that they're interested in serial killers. And Lonnet Entertainment, which is run by a character called Charlie, is kind of hard up, but only Charlie knows that. And so even though Kate is a bit kind of resistant to go because it just feels like another kind of fuddy-duddy thing, they agree to go to this island as one last kind of hurrah.
It sounds like absolutely nothing awful is going to happen. It sounds like a perfect setup.
I'm going to have a cup of tea.
Delightful. Yeah, lovely island. Very nice.
Look! Years are the wine that fill the cup of time.
So in the game, you've got quite a limited inventory. Which items would you take into the house if you could take anything?
I'd probably take, like, I think, look, all these mad people are just in need of a hug. So I'd probably take a bottle of wine and just be like, mate, let's just sit down, have a glass of wine, talk about what's going on here.
Get Charlie's fags. Come here.
Have
Let's
a
just
fag.
calm
Let's
down.
just calm down. That's my weapon of choice. I'd kill him with kindness.
Well, you could at least start with the wine, and if that doesn't work, you've got the bottle. So, I mean, it's
perfect.
You're done. You're done.
And if not, I could just drink it myself and have a lovely time.
Some kind of belt with 3 or 4 of them attached. Off you go. It's all going to be fine. And if it's not fine, you're not going to know about it.
Yeah.
Done. Perfect. Good choice.
Think it's okay if we pour some wine?
God, please do.
So you've mentioned the chase scene with the other girls. Was that fun? That genuinely was fun to be running and scared and all of that?
Yeah, it's always fun. I mean, I think everything's kind of fun. So, thank God it's not something that happens regularly in your real life. So when you get to be part of something where it's super heightened and surprising and otherworldly things can happen, and you've got these 2 excellent kind of birds beside you who are like fighting off the demons, and you're genuinely scared and you're kind of doing it together, it's it's brilliant.
Move your ass! Go!
I've been around mocap. I've seen mocap. It fascinates me. What was that like? And more so, what's it going to be like to see your face in a video game?
To wear a mocap is like, I mean, you just feel like you've got a huge nose because you've got this cycling helmet on, but then it has a huge beak at the end where there's a camera. And sometimes when they're putting it on, you can see the other actors already kind of lined up, and it's very close. It's very scary.
No! You're gonna kill me!
But yeah, I think it'd be super interesting. I don't know, maybe I'll look a bit better. They'll doctor me off or something. Kate's just a better version of me. Yeah, it'll be really interesting.
It's going to be very cool. As far as, let's say, traditional acting versus video game acting, what were the differences? Was there a huge kind of difference between the two?
I'd say the main difference is just the speed at which you work when you're making a video game. You still have the same intention, and narratively it's the same kind of experience because you're creating characters together and you're creating a world together, and wonderful directors like interacting with us as a film director would. And also you're on a stage where there's little square boxes and there isn't a costume, you know, that's something that's added later, and all that's being caught is the emotions on your face.
It must be quite intense when it's just focusing on your face. That must be a real, like, I don't know, like intense experience.
Although, to be honest, like, the scripts they're really good, and so I don't really try and think about that too much, whatever the situation. I think if I did think about it, it would be an awful disaster.
Yeah, may change the situation entirely.
You just kind of listen to everybody else that's there and get on with it.
We need a plan. Forget his games, traps, all that bullshit. Think about the killers we've covered. There's always a weakness.
You suggesting we invite him to tea and psychoanalyze?
I'm suggesting we use our heads.
We play his games, we'll lose.
It's our best shot.
E é isso aí.